I'll be on the wrong side. She should sit over here. And you two sit over there. Because I have to have all the one ear, you know.
Yeah.
This ear.
All right, you can sit with me then.
I thought this is where it was this way.
I don't know, that's what ear it is. You hearing from.
You'll get ready after a while.
Jessica, make sure to talk loud. I have it recording right now. Whoops, sorry. I'll do that. I have it recording right now.
Oh, you have a recording right now?
Yeah.
All right. This report is about clothing.
Loud. Talk loud.
Okay, and okay. Do you remember anything about clothing? Just anything in general about clothing that you can tell me?
You mean way back?
With it, as far as you can remember.
As far as I can remember.
Yep.
Well, it'd go way back to 1900 and more. As far as I can remember, the first, when I became a teenager, full skirts, long, down to the ankle, cover your legs. And we let's see. Well, you let them jibe into whatever jibe into.
What about the neck? What about your neck?
Full skirt and ties. There was one year there we wore a tie just like a man. Blouses, midi blouses.
That was later though.
Ruffles. A lot of ruffles. I was thin, so they dressed me with ruffles. You go ahead, Gillis. Say something. She knows a lot.
Sleeves, like a mountain sleeves. That was way back in there at that time.
What kind of sleeves were they?
Like a puffy?
Yeah,
They
they were
put
puffy
puff-ons
on
in them?
top and then they got tight down here.
Right. They're wearing dresses.
Do you remember anything else? Like, were they like full dresses, or was it like a top and a bottom?
What was it?
Were they full dresses, or were they like a top and a bottom?
Well, both.
Mm-hmm.
We had full dresses and
No, I'm not.
oh, they had to be real full, yes. Be pretty. Plenty of ruffles. Lace. The style. I can't remember. I know it was skirts and tops. An awful lot.
Did they wear pants? Girls? Never?
No, they didn't have slacks, didn't seem to at that time. I think when they put something on, they wore overalls, I think I can remember. Like the overalls, men's overalls.
Do you remember anything like about corsets or anything?
I didn't get that.
Did you remember anything about corsets? You know,
Corsets.
girdles, corsets.
Girdle?
Do you remember anything like corsets? Is that how you say it?
Corset, we call it.
Corset?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you'd better talk to that because I didn't wear any.
You didn't? They used to have them where they were
I was
long
thinking,
and high up here and laced up the back. Big laces up the back, pull them tight. You didn't wear any?
I didn't wear any, no. I was too thin.
Oh. Well, I didn't wear them
I'm
long ones
big,
either.
Around 100, 102, 3.
Yeah. But then everybody did. Big laces up the back and big hooks down the front. Not hooks. What were they?
Were they little teeny buttons or?
No, they weren't buttons down in the
They were like
torso.
hook and eye. Hook and eye.
They look like little.
Oh,
Okay.
they didn't have rippers then. How were they in the front? I can't just remember. I know there must have been hooks. Must have been a lot of them. But they didn't use snaps, so snaps wouldn't have been enough anyway for that. There's that big lace, I can remember that.
That must have hurt.
Lace. I don't know. Well, and when did high-heeled shoes come in when they wore them so terrible? button shoes, of course.
Ones that went up high, kind of, like up here.
Yeah.
With all buttons.
No, up high. You know, not too high, but up.
Right.
I had some one time, the buttons, and there was a scallop around each button. I don't remember them, because them was pretty shoes. But, must have been later years then.
Do you have another question?
Maybe, do you remember, like, do you remember anything, like, when you were smaller? Did you pick out your own clothes? I mean, you guys, all your clothes were made, right? You guys made them yourself? Or
I didn't get that
did
quite.
you have to make your own clothes?
I say it again.
Say it loud.
Did you have to make your own clothes?
Too much.
Do your own sewing. Did you do your own sewing when you was a kid?
My own one. Oh, no.
Sewing?
We always had a dressmaker
You did.
in our home.
Uh-huh.
And she stayed for as many days as it took a family of 10.
That's a lot.
I was the fourth one.
And you don't know so long she was there, I suppose.
Dressmaker stayed days. She'd go home nights, come back the next morning, and stay as long as till mother's material was all used up. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to know
Any
about?
questions? Any other questions?
The print, did you have, like, did you guys have a lot of, like, what kind of prints were there? You know,
Loud.
the print of the material?
Was paisley or straight? Solid.
I didn't quite get what that was.
The,
The materials?
yeah.
Dotted mull, dotted, Swiss, satins,
Pretty.
Satin ginghams, plaids.
There's a lot of plaids.
Years ago, they had a lot of plaids and ginghams and linens. And calico. That was it. Calico was it.
oh, calico,
That was it. There. That was it.
Calico, that's right. But for Sundays, silk dress.
Yeah.
Had to be full,
Yeah.
real full. Skirts down to the ankles. Then there was a time of years there in between that, and they shortened them above the shoe top.
Uh-huh.
And then they kept getting shorter and shorter. They,
Oh yeah, they got awful short one time. Oh yeah. Then they got long again.
it's like I told you, or they have to change the style in order to make the money.
And they wear great big hats.
Big hat.
Oh yes, they're good ones. With big tops in them and ostrich plumes.
Yeah.
Bottom. over the
Those are
top.
pretty.
Loads of flowers.
Yeah, flowers too.
Big leghorn hat. Down on the side one year, up on the other side, turned up. Great big bouquet on this side, and loads of flowers on this side.
Ones I remember too, they had their similar hats turned up and back with a bow across the back.
Yeah.
Remember that? Turn right up, tight in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what time period that was? Was that like the 30s and 40s? Or?
Oh, it was earlier than that.
Was it?
I think it was anyway. Wasn't it? Did you know? I wouldn't know, I guess. What years it was.
My Alice blue gown, Newtown jacket, and an Alice blue gown, and a Newtown jacket to go with it, and a big leghorn hat loaded with spring flowers, up on the side and down on this side. Oh my, I was a belle.
And the men wore derbies.
What are derbies?
What are derbies?
Them high round top.
Oh, yeah.
Not too big a rim, you know, round top. At that time, anyway, they did.
Uh-huh.
Then them flat hats, what do they call them? Oh, they were all worn in the summer. They weren't about that high, with a rim about that. They had a name for them, but I don't know what it was.
I don't remember.
And they're usually straw. Because they're all men warm. One time. But what to call them, I don't know.
What kind of accessories? Accessories? Like, did you guys have, like, bows you wore in your hair and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Earrings? Earrings?
Well, I didn't wear earrings until later, but during my teenage, I had lots of hair, beautiful, and it was natural. And we wore ribbons, like you say, bows. The more fussy, the better we looked, you know. The more attractive we were. And that's the way I got my husband.
That's what you're supposed to get on.
Did you wear jewels? Did you wear jewels and like rings, your rings,
Oh,
and your necklaces and bracelets and belts?
My mother let me wear some of hers. But they gave me a ring for Christmas, you know. Rubies and pearls. Yeah. And belts, pins.
Pins.
Those were the days. They were lots of fun.
You guys wear scarves, like scarves and purses, scarves and purses, and
Yes, we wore scarves.
what about for bedtime? What do you guys wear for bed? Like pajamas? Your pajamas? What did you wear for bed?
I didn't quite get it.
When you went to bed, what did you wear?
Your pajamas, like
When I what?
Went to sleep, to bed? You know? Did you wear, like,
Did you wear pajamas?
pajamas?
Oh, at night?
yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
no, I don't remember pajamas.
I don't either.
That I wore. I think I wore nightgowns,
I think
and they were long,
did one.
fussy, always fussy, lace, embroidered. I don't know. There wasn't much of a change in nightgowns.
Belts.
Oh, I didn't wear belts because I was so thin. And mostly
One time
puffy dresses, but from the neck down.
One time they wore wide belts, and then a great big bow in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Were those the ones that were attached to the back of the dress, like those kind of belts?
No, not what I had wasn't. They just had loops that put them in, to run them through, something like that. Oh,
What about swimwear? Swimming? Like summer clothes, like for swimming? You guys are swimming in the water? You guys wear for swimming?
They usually bought material they could wash. And when a family of 10, they had to. But if we got anything that had to, and you couldn't wash that way, why, it was sent to the cleaners.
they all had skirts though too, didn't they? There was no little short one pieces like they are now. They had little skirts on them.
Like my Alice Pooh gown, that had to be sent to the cleaners. And that was trimmed with a braid.
The bathing suits cover the
It
back.
was a beautiful blue. My eyes were big and blue. And it had braid on it with roses and things in it. Oh, rosebuds. And that was braided in the front on the Eton jacket, you know.
Yeah.
And, oh, it was pretty. I was a belle, and anything else you'd like to add?
How about when you got older? When you were married?
About to get married?
Yeah. What did your style change
When
much?
did I get married in? I can't remember. Probably was more like Alice Blue. Match my eyes. Yeah. I don't remember. It wasn't a regular fussy dress like they wear nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
No, it was something special, but I can't remember what it was like. Blue and pink were my colors. My hair was light brown, natural, wavy. Zilla, you talk. You tell things. She knows too. She knows a lot.
No, I don't know. And when you do. You've lived longer than I have to know. There were lots of tucks too in those days, way back.
A what?
Tucked. They'd tuck everything. Tuck dresses, tuck blouses. Both ways, up and down and around.
Yeah, my skirts were full, and they'd have 21 tucks in the skirt.
Whoa.
And not all together, you know.
Right.
Maybe 7 in a row. Rows. It wasn't ruffles, it was tucks.
Yeah. On the bottom up on yours.
What else can you remember? She's pretty good.
No, I don't know much. And, well, way back then when the men wore pleated pants, started anyway, wasn't it? The first pleated pants that I know of. I believe that must have been in the 20s, wasn't it? When they had, you know, just some little pleats around the waist and the men's pants. That made the legs fuller.
How about when you got older? Do you remember your clothes when you got older? After you were a teenager,
After I was married.
when you were married.
Well, I was married in 20? 23?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think. Was that,
I wasn't 24, so you couldn't have been much further.
well, anyway, I was married naturally in blue.
Cosmetics.
Match my eyes. Go ahead.
How about the dresses that you wore after? You know, while you were married. You know, the dresses.
The time I was married, I guess I think we were still wearing long dresses. She talks about when they brought the skirts away up above the knees, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't wear them because I was too thin. I couldn't wear those kind of dresses, but I had to have fussy clothes. After I was married, I remember wearing a lot of two-piece dresses and jackets, like, what do they call them? Not Eton. Bolero?
Yeah, Malero was like the vest of when that sleeves in.
Yeah. And
midi blouses though was way back.
that's right, and the great big bands around here, along the hips.
The midi blouse.
And full, lots of full. I needed fullness. Well, materials then, they had changed, hadn't they?
Oh yeah.
What were they like? 1930s, 1920s?
It changed even in the 20s. After some
Oh, I was married in 1908.
I was thinking you were around there somewhere.
I'm 99 now. I was married in 1908.
The knitted blouse was when we'd gone to school. That had been even before the 20s, probably. Well, yeah. In the first part of the 20s, maybe. Anyway, that's when I wore them.
Ruffles on the skirts.
I didn't have ruffles on my skirts. Not then.
You weren't thin like I was. I had to have ruffles.
I like ruffles always.
Ruffles and lace.
It's like, was it better to be bigger? Was it like thin? You know how you talk about how you were skinny? You say how you were really thin. Was it better to be like kind of bigger? Like thin wasn't really?
Oh no, I was small busted. So, maybe I'd had to.
Huh?
Maybe I had.
Well, I remember when my grandmother, they had it was like half moon shape. And ruffles, and it seemed like there was anyway 3 ruffles, little narrow ruffles on that. They pinned them just up here under the dress.
That's
I remember I didn't wear them after I was bigger, but that was when I was a kid. I remember her wearing them. That's a long time ago. Yeah. Because she was tall and thin. That had been there too, another. That had been in the 20s because I made her dress. And I remember her wearing that. Helped fill it out a little bit. You know, so it didn't just sag on my shoulder quite so much.
Did you make some of your own clothes then? You did?
Yeah, that's what I did, was dressmaking, seamstress. I worked inside one for about 2.5 years, I think it was. And that was in the 20s. In the early 20s. I was married in 24 and it was before that. So,
What did you make? At this,
everything. You know, it was a nice shop. I worked right over the Bill Arcade. Upstairs over there. You know where that is in Saginaw?
what is it again?
Bill Arcade.
No.
You don't know where it is. It's a street goes right through the middle of the section and stores both sides and it's all. And we worked overhead of that. And there was, oh gosh, I don't know how many girls it was. Anyway, she made everything. From suits to fancy dresses to legging suits to anything you wanted. Coats. We made coats and suits, a lot of them.
Would people come in and need size them and stuff?
Oh yeah, I didn't. This lady I worked for did. I didn't help sew. Embroidery, do anything that way that they had to do. I don't know. She made all kinds of things. Graduation time, we made several dresses ahead, you know, just ready-made. They'd come in, then she'd adjust them to them. And Mrs. Spelling was her name. She really made everything. Even to the fur collars and stuff, stretching the fur and getting it ready to put on coats and on things.
When did they start wearing fur?
Well, they wore a lot of fur years ago, more than they do now. Neck pieces and everything. I think a lot more, didn't they? Years ago they used to wear fur, more than they do now.
Oh yeah.
Neck pieces and the like.
What kind of luxury? Was fur a luxury like the?
It would have been in our house. That's for some people, I don't know. A lot of people had it. And the neck pieces.
A lot of people had, like now nobody has fur.
Not very much.
Did you ever have any fur?
Hmm?
Did you ever wear any fur?
Well, we wore it because it was fashionable, you know.
Where was it worn? You know?
Oh, I don't know, trimming. It was trimming, like she said. You know, I had furs. Neck
Muffs was another thing we used to have that they don't do nowadays very often.
Wouldn't think of going out in the winter with all the muffs. You know what they are, don't you?
The ones
Yeah.
that you stick your hands into?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like a pillow.
yeah.
And you just put your hand in like that.
I used to have one of those.
You used to have them when you go with that, huh?
You thought you had something when you had rabbit fur.
They had pockets in them too for a purse. And some of them opened up, you know, so it was like a purse.
Oh, well.
I feel like a,
What kind of cosmetics did you wear?
Oh. I don't know, whatever creams were on the market. Just face cream and hand cream.
was it
Did you go back
lipsticks?
further than that, Eula? No, I
Did you guys
can't
have,
either.
did you guys have lipsticks?
Pardon?
Did you have lipsticks? Lipstick?
Your lips,
I didn't get
your lipstick. Did you have that?
lipstick.
I didn't.
I don't think so after I was married.
I didn't.
Lipstick, face cream, and hand cream.
Or light, natural? Or there was no natural,
Looking.
or there was no natural light instead of wearing makeup and stuff. Now everybody wears makeup.
There was a few years later than that when they done quite a lot of painting everybody. Used liquid powder and liquid painted their faces and they started shadowing their eyes and like that and their rouge and all that stuff. But I think that was later years, wasn't it? Quite a few years later. Don't you remember it? But I never had any, but there's some did have this liquid powder that looked like well, it was painted. My dad always said that people that did that, they forgot they had a neck. They'd paint their face with their neck. Yes, I think it was my dad that used to say that. They forgot they had a neck.
So classic.
I had to use cosmetics because they said I was the whitest baby they ever saw when I was born. And, a little bit of pink helped a lot.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
You said you didn't wear earrings when you were younger, but when you got older, what did they look like? Would you wear your earrings?
After I was married.
Do you remember what they looked like, or
Pardon?
do you remember what they looked like, or were they like did they have backs, or were they like the snapping ones?
They didn't have pierced earrings on, did they?
You mean the cream?
No, earrings.
Earrings.
Earrings?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't wear earrings.
At all?
Uh-uh. I wore necklaces.
Oh, and necklaces.
Uh-huh.
Did they have collars that went up to your neck? The collars went up to here?
Yes.
The collars?
Oh, yes, I can remember collars.
Then stays in them to hold them up even from that I see.
Oh, keep them high.
But I had so much hair, and it was so pretty, that I didn't need earrings. It covered my ears. But necklaces and what else? Jewelry.
Yeah.
Necklace. But I didn't even have a watch till I was married. Gave me. Oh yes, I did too. I come to think about it, I did. I had one shortly before I was married. So that was jewelry enough.
But you don't remember what your necklaces what kind would they look like? Do you remember what they looked like? Did they have
Pearls.
Did you have rhinestones?
I had a lot of pearls. And brilliant sometimes. I don't know, they were I just can't remember. Oh, one time I had a necklace, little forget-me-not, and I prized that. It was so pretty. All little forget-me-nots.
There were a lot of crystal, didn't they call it crystal beads?
Yeah, crystals.
They were cut, all over, so it was sparkling.
Oh, yeah.
And there were
I didn't have to use many pins, but pins were, pins and lights, they were very popular.
Did you have a lot of sisters where you had to, like,
A lot of what?
sisters?
Share clothes.
You had to,
I didn't quite get the word.
sisters.
Oh, sisters?
Did you have
All right, now, let's act up. Did I have sisters? Oh, yeah.
Did you guys have to share clothes?
Let's see. I had 4 or 5, didn't I? No, I didn't. 4. I had twins. Now I can hardly hear myself. There was twins and Mabel. Mabel was close to me. Mabel, Esther, and Ethel. And brothers. There was almost 10. There was 6 girls and 2 boys. In the family. 2 died in their infancy. So the 6 girls, we were all very close, yeah.
Did you share your clothes with
There's 3 living yet. I'm the 4th, and there's 4 girls living. I have 1 in Detroit, and 1 in Saginaw, and myself. 3. 3. Yeah, 3 of us living. And did I what?
Did you ever have to share your clothes with them?
Talk loud, let's go.
I didn't, did I?
Talk loud.
Have to share your clothes with them.
Oh, no.
You always had your own clothes.
No, I didn't.
Loud. Has to hear you too.
No, my mother, when she had a dressmaker, she outfitted all of us. Kept the dressmaker there till we were done spring, and then in the fall.
Made your clothes before school and then summer. She made your clothes for school and then for summer.
And she's nervous too.
I don't know if you found out much about the style, but is there anything you put, she remembers a lot.
Anything about the style?
I don't know. What we told you, I don't know.
You want to hear yourself. You gotta talk loud.
I don't know. Just like we told them. Everybody was pretty much the same. They had lots of yokes and like that in their blouses and dresses and with lace and ruffles and ruffles too, and tucks.
Everybody kind of stayed with the same fashion. If there was one fashion, everybody all dressed the same kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
We had lots of yokes.
Yeah, yokes.
Yokes and dresses. All of us had to have in a pretty dress, a yoke.
Yeah.
And then trim it all around it.
Yeah.
Do you remember any particular dresses? Particular that you had?
When I was in school, I had a taffeta dress. I was staying with my aunt. And I did the sewing on it, so she done the cutting, the fixing, and everything. And I remember that. That was really something special. I guess that's the only special one I remember for that.
What did it look like?
Oh, it was pale blue. I don't know. I think it had a yoke, if I remember right. But I don't know. Can't remember too much more about it. I remember that just that I had it.
How about colors? Were colors were they light colors instead of bright ones? One was red, was bright red. Did you guys wear bright red, or did you guys wear light pinks? Or
Well, I think we used pink and blue a lot.
but they were they weren't bright colors, were they?
I think they had them, yeah. But when it comes to that, I always picked the deep moon, they called it then lot, and what else do they call it? Real dark when it comes to red, burgundy, and maroon, a lot the same. Movies, and those.
There's fawn color too, light.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Is that a brown?
It's a light tan. The one from that was pink and blue.
I don't know.
I said we got a lot.
You did? Oh, well, I worked, we made the lady that run the place, made her dress one time that I always thought was, well, it was pretty. But, she put holes in it all over. And it was hand embroidered around those holes. I thought that was the funniest thing when she done it. But it was a silk dress, you know.
It was like different. She did something different.
And it was different. It was pretty. But they went too big of holes. But then it was all embroidered by hand. There was a French girl worked where I did. And she did really embroidery, and she embroidered around those holes.
I wish we would have kept each period a dress, you know.
Yeah.
Would have been nice, wouldn't it? Just have them to show the different changes.
Did your style ever change a lot?
Pardon?
Did your style ever change a lot?
Yeah. We changed just about like you do now, didn't we? Although my mother couldn't afford to change him. We just
We wore things out.
8 children that she raised. Yeah. And after I was married, I'd always have 2 or 3 good dresses, you know. And they were pretty. I think they were pretty. I'm sorry, we didn't have one show of each period.
Yeah.
And pretty.
Oh, I don't know. Kind of thing. We didn't tell them when there was one period when they had belts right around their feet.
Like on the hips? Down here?
Yeah, way down. Right around their feet.
Do you remember, Yola, when the skirts that were banded down by just below just above the ankle, you might say. Middle of the capital leg.
You mean the band on them?
Yeah.
What for?
I don't know. The skirts were like that. And they were full around here. And then drawn in.
Oh.
Remember?
More when they wore the narrow skirt smell, wasn't it? Maybe. I can't just remember bands on them.
Well, the band wasn't tight.
It was cut narrow, I know.
No, it was
When they wore
a
narrow
loose
skirts.
band, but it was a band. Yeah.
Although,
Be worth something now if we'd have kept our dresses every period, wouldn't it?
well, there's lots of them probably have them.
Where will we put them?
That's it, where would you put them? And they wore lots of button shoes, I remember that.
Were the shoes always, like, really high?
Well, not always, there weren't too many wear Oxfords or anything, though, yet when I was a kid, did they? I don't believe. When they got down to Oxfords, just up to your ankle, right? There was, seemed for more women at that time yet when I was young was high. Well, it was above your ankle, but, up a little ways here. The ones I remember, anyway. And the ones I had was there, that high. I think my grandma and them were the same height at that time. But,
Did you have a lot of pair of shoes? Lots of shoes, or just a couple pairs?
No, we were lucky to have one.
well, that's where we were.
I did within one for every day.
But,
I don't know about you, but I know.
no, we didn't have a lot of them.
Well, we had pretty material, didn't we?
Well, some were.
Maybe you and...
But we had to iron them all a lot. We had big ironings, where now we don't iron very much.
A lot of things don't need to be, they don't have to be ironed.
No. But then you had to iron clothing, dresses and especially, and strips and all that kind of stuff.
That must have been a pain, having to iron all that.
Take one day to iron the family.
I'll never forget my Alice Blue Gown. And then that song came out. You know that song? What was it?
What's it called?
Yeah, my Alice Blue Gown. What is the name of that song, Stella?
That's the name in it.
She's sleeping.
Huh? I said, that's the name though, isn't it? What you just
My
told
Alice
us.
Blue Gown.
Yeah, is that the name of it? I don't know what it is either. But, I heard it, I think.
Winter material.
In the winter, did they wear a lot darker colors than they did in the spring? The winter colors, were they a lot darker than the ones in the spring?
Well, with me, they always got the lighter colors, you know, Alice Blue and pink and rose. To go with my eyes. They always got, my eyes were pretty blue. And now they're almost closed.
They're still blue.
That's the way your feet fade out when you get up to 100. 99 now. I have a birthday in July. I'm starting my 100th. Keep well. You want to eat lots of whole wheat and vegetables and fruit. Stay away from, I don't eat so much meat. Look at me, see, I'm pretty good for my age. I like it being interested in music and church.
I'm just going to
65
be
years
set over
old.
here, so when you're
Oh, it's
not
okay.
busy.
Okay.
65 years I played the organ in churches. 2 churches. So I think I'm being happy.